Hey everyone, it's Antonio from Buckeye Nation. Going to be bringing you our first war recap in almost a month now. We've been mostly facing some scrub clans, which aren't really worth showing, and we actually got paired up with a few modding clans, and they certainly don't deserve to get any exposure for essentially cheating their way to victories. But let's focus on this war. It's against Kick-Ass Elite. They are a level 11 clan, had over 280 wins going into our matchup, and we beat them pretty handily, beat them 87 to 80, and had almost 99% against them. So we had a pretty solid war. The first attack I'm going to show is from Muldiss. They had a number of ring bases up when facing us, and we were basically able to destroy all of them. I know a lot of people in some other clans, they struggle with ring bases, and for a while we did as well, because if you don't take off two sides before dropping the kill squad to go up the center, you'll just watch all your troops circle around the base and slowly get picked off, and it can be very frustrating, and was very frustrating for some of our members for some time before they really got the hang of it and figured out how to beat these bases. So you're going to see Muldiss start with the Queen Walk, followed with the Warden around the 2 o'clock side, and swing it down towards the 3 o'clock side. And eventually he's going to drop some bowlers with a couple of healers on them right here at 6 o'clock. They aren't able to take out much. That Eagle Artillery just annihilates them pretty quick, and all the defenses here, but it is just enough to keep his mass bowlers in the center here central so that they do not circle around the base. He hits his Eternal Tomb just as the clan castle is out and the Eagle artillery is firing off. I'm going to drop a freeze on the artillery and the Inferno Tower here, and at this point you know you're going to 3-star this base. It's pretty much just clean up. So I'm going to fast forward a bit. He's going to drop some loons here on the 9 o'clock side, and I'm going to help with the cleanup. So that was a great attack. Next attack I'm showing is by Moonlight Muse. She is a new member of our clan, and she had a really nice attack. She's going to use miners instead of bowlers on this base. She's going to start off with the Queen Walk on the 6 o'clock side here and take out a nice chunk of the base just with the Queen Walk. If I remember correctly, the Queen lasts the whole raid and does quite a bit of work on this base. So she's going to drop hogs now. That's just to pull out the clan castle. Drops a few more than she expected, I assume. She would need to. But you're going to see the clan castle pulls out, and she accidentally double drops her poison right on top of each other and doesn't create a nice clear path. But it doesn't really matter. She's going to rage the queen. Well, use a rage spell on the queen. And then you're going to see some bowlers and the BK take out the 9 o'clock side just to make a nice path for the miners to go central. So once she starts taking out this section here, she drops the miners and the Warden right behind them. Now I personally probably would have dropped one heal spell at this point, but you know, what do I know? I'm not a Town Hall 11, and she is able to just wreck this base. She even has a heal left at the end of the base, which is pretty impressive against a max Town Hall 11. You don't see that too often, with someone having an extra spell left over. These miners just seem to keep coming. Every time you see a few get picked off, looks like there's another 20 behind it. And just gonna fast forward. There must be close to 200 troops left here, or 150 troops left. So I'm going to skip down a few, couple Town Hall 10s that we should have 3-starred. Should have been basically 100% this war. I'm going to bring you to Mark. Now he's going to use a bowler raid as a Town Hall 10. Not another Town Hall 10. It could be very useful to pack a freeze spell, which is what he does on this, because you don't have the Grand Warden following behind you and able to trigger its ability to protect your bowlers. Now he gets super close on this AQ dying, but she never ends up dying in this section, and I don't know how he's able to restrain from hitting her ability or hitting anything, because she is about to die numerous times at the beginning of this raid. Luckily he takes out the AD pretty quickly, so that doesn't take out all his healers. Gonna take out a cross section here with the bowlers and some healers. And then same squadron right up the gut. Right here, the AQ almost dies again. Use another rage. Now you have some healers helping out with the bowlers and healing them. And then finally drops the freeze spell. And just going to do a bit of cleaning up around the rest of the base here. I believe the bowlers are going to circle around on them and then take everything out. You can see the golem here right in the center. It was just getting shot at by the archer tower, and just the healer just chugging along on it. And he's able to finish the cleanup. So great attack by Mark. Now I'm going to show you Aegon's attack. We've been experimenting more with the miners recently. He's been doing it quite a bit on Town Hall 10s and practicing with them. And he's getting very good at it. So with the miners, his objective here is he's going to try and take out as much exterior junk on the perimeter of the base as he can before dropping them, so that they're not exposed and not, on the surface getting shot at by various defenses. And he's going to set a kill squad in here to take out the Archer Queen and the Clan Castle and an Inferno over here. And you're going to see the kill squad does a great job. I'm pretty sure that, if I recall correctly, the Archer Queen survives for a long time on this raid and really helps out the miners. So now you're going to see him start dropping these miners up top, and now they have direct access to all the defenses. Pre-heals over here by the Inferno. Not much you can do about the Inferno, but since it's set to single, you can save the rest of them. There's another pre-heal where he expects that giant bomb to be, which worked out great. Even has a heal left, so that's a really good attack by Aegon on this base. So now I'm going to show you, let's see, let's go to AK's attack on 19 was a good one. So Awesome Kid's going to use a unique attack. He's going to do the Queen Walk, and then he's going to have a set of bowlers go around the right side of the base, or go clockwise from 12 o'clock around the base, and then just throw his Valks in there. So it's I don't know really what the name for this is. A bowler Valk attack, and it's very strong. He's getting really good at this one too. So he sees there's no air defenses right here on the top section of the base, so his bowlers are pretty well protected, having the healer on them this whole time, until just now where the air defense is going to start having some access to the healers. So it's very smart placement for him to do that. So he clears a little path for his Valks and just throws them in there and rages them through, and they're just going to do some serious work on this base. Don't know why I packed the Earthquake spell, but dropped that last second and shredded this base up pretty good. Now I'm going to show you Mama Yeese's attack on 22. Normally I wouldn't show this raid because it's very iffy. We hardly ever even consider this. He's going to use a Pentaloon, which I haven't seen someone do in quite some time. And what he's going to try and do is take out some exterior garbage here and try and take out the enemy Archer Queen. He's actually not able to do so, but gets pretty close. But he is very efficient with the loon placements, so he's gonna be able to get the 3-star in this base pretty easily. So rages his queen here, but still not enough. She's focused on the gold storage, which causes her to get picked off by the Expo. Now he starts to circle around the base. And I always like using haste over rage spells, especially since this base has level 1 Expos. There's really no reason for rage for the most part unless you're hitting heavy HP section of a base. So now he has just a cluster of loons left on this base. And his pups are just going to go around and clean the rest of it. Let's show Menz going in. I believe he uses an HGHB. Yep. This is a very powerful attack. Even if you screw up certain portions of it, it's for the most part pretty dummy proof. I've seen it fail where, you know, the bowlers will just circle around and everything just goes haywire, but for the most part it's a pretty simple attack. Pretty efficient attack. So he's going to drop some hogs up top while these defenses are distracted. And he's going to save the rest of his hogs, which is smart. He's going to wait for the rest of the defenses to get distracted further south on this base. And fast forward a bit. Now the hogs are going to come out to play. So he drops his heels, and he has just enough hogs left to take out that final whiz tower and help out. And he cleans his base up. So nice job by Menz. So that is our war with Kick-Ass Elite. And I think I'm going to show one of my attacks just because why not? I'm making the video, might as well do a little self-promotion. So I had an attack on their number 10. And I thought it was a pretty cool attack. It was pretty exotic and I failed because of a misplaced spell. But what I'm going to do is drop 3 lightnings on this Inferno here. Whenever I see a base with an Inferno directly next to an air defense, I always think that an air attack is definitely feasible on the base. And then you see some of his expos set to ground, and air attack would definitely be the best solution. So first I drop my baby drag to distract that archer tower. Drop a couple loons then. And they're going to take out quite a few defenses. Followed up with my BK to distract the center here, as my baby drag does some work. And then I get my archer queen inside. The beginning portion took very long for me, which is part of the reason why I failed on this base. But now my objective hitting this side was to take out another air defense. So now there will be 2 air defenses taken out, as well as the enemy's archer queen and the clan castle, which I was late on pulling that out as well. There's no reason for me to drop this rage spell there, and it really cost me on this. I'll just fast forward a little bit. So I dropped some hounds here, followed up with my loons, and they're going to just circle around the base. Have a freeze spell, time that up so that I could get all my loons on it. They take it out, and you can see these expos are just completely useless at this point. Should have dropped all 3 of my loons at this bottom section here, and I could have taken out this archer tower right here, which is also another fault of my own. But overall, I just want to show that attack because I've done some similar ones to it, and they can be very, very powerful attacks if you use it on the right bases and don't make the mistakes I just made. But at this point, it's basically just clean up in 1 archer tower. Well, that's our war, and I think I'm going to make another video pretty soon, potentially about identifying modders, so stay tuned for that one.